For this first project that we're doing here on Try Hack Me, the tools that I needed and the resources that I used mainly was the YouTube video that they provided on the work course. I guess you call them the rooms on here. So going through it, the first one was pretty self-explanatory, just showing how, illustrating how a network works. You have Bob, you have Jim, and then you have Alice. In between the three of them, they create a network. Solving this was an easy challenge, wasn't hard at all. Also, like I said, following through with the video that is provided pretty much walks you through everything that you need to do. So the correct answer on that one was network. Moving on to the second one, it's showing how the internet provides more networks and how Alice becomes someone that can communicate to Zane and Toby using a language that Bob and Jim can also understand. So you see now that we've learned what a network is and how one is defined in computing, let's explore the internet. So it's showing that the internet is one giant, it's really abbreviated here, one giant network that consists of many small networks. So here's a giant network of them all. And here's would be like an example of a smaller network within the larger frame of everything. So the smaller one being Bob, Alice, Jim. The larger network of the whole being Zane, Toby, Alice, Bob, and Jim. Also, another smaller network between that would be Zane, Alice, and Toby. So break it up into smaller ones. You have the two networks that are smaller within the larger one. So they just show that from using the example with the previous task, and then they add on Zane and Toby. Moving on here, it shows this part right here is showing pretty much this image up here, but more in terms of equipment and how it would look and how it works. So here would be the public, and then down here are the private networks. So these would be on private networks that you're using unless you're accessing something through a cafe or McDonald's or Starbucks, things like that. And the answer to the question here, who invented World Wide Web? Tim Berners-Lee. So moving on here. To communicate and maintain order, devices must be both identifying and identifiable on a network. What use is it if you don't know whom you're talking to at the end of the day? So this is going over how IP addresses are, in essence, the name of your computer, which we can relate that to humans as they go over in the video. So IP addresses would be like first names, but when you get into MAC addresses, media access, media access control, those would be kind of like your fingerprints, where it's unique to you, it's made at the manufacturer, something you can't change. So that's kind of what this section right here is going over. And these graphics are really all the tools that you need to show, to get through this part here. The IP4 is kind of an older model, and we're moving into the IP6. The IP6 can hold up to 340 trillion plus devices, and that's a huge upgrade. So hopefully we shouldn't run out of IP addresses, pretty much names to give devices on the public internet. So the first question here, what does the term IP stand for? Internet Protocol. Second is, what is each section of the IP address called? Those are called octets. And the third question, how many sections does an IPv4 address have? 4, and you can see that illustrated here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then what does the term MAC stand for? Media Access Control. And that is shown right around here, right here. So media access control is what MAC means. And then doing the project on here, that they give you like a little side box where you can pull up. Let me see if I can still pull it up. Yes. View site. You can pull it up, and then here you can spoof your MAC address, which is the media access control. Switch it to Alice. Here you can just copy, paste that over there. And then now you can see we both have access because we are spoofing it, and then this is your flag that you get once you do that. Okay, moving on. Ping is something I'm more familiar with. I like to use the Linux terminal a lot. So what this one is showing is when you hit ping, you can ping a certain IP address, and it will send you the time and packets of how long it takes, what has been dropped, what's been lost. You can see that there. Or you don't have to ping. You can ping like ping www.google.com, and it will show a similar format to what we're seeing right here, and then it will put that together. So yeah, on this one, I see it. What protocol does ping use? The ICMP, and ICMP is Internet Control Message Protocol. And what that does, it determines the performance of connection between devices. Then you can ping 10.10.10. That would be the syntax for that. And then the flag you get when you ping 888 is this right here. And then the next step is just simply to hit correct answer and to finish this out. Everything was pretty much easy and straightforward. I didn't have to reference any outside material or anything. The YouTube video that's provided kind of goes over everything and helps you out with that. I did try to pause it before he went over the answers so I could do the answers by myself. But aside from that, everything with this lesson was quite easy to achieve. Hopefully this video is helpful if anyone needs help with it.